Ever wondered why flying feels like a reality show, except you can't vote anyone off the plane? Buckle up because this is the truth about surviving long-haul flights. All right, settle down everyone, let's talk about flying. You know, that magical experience where you pay a bunch of money to sit in a metal tube with 200 strangers and their questionable airport snacks. It's great. And here's a fun fact to start us off. Did you know that the air inside a plane cabin is drier than the Sahara Desert? Seriously, no wonder you feel like a dried-up chapati by the time you land. It's like you've been trekking through Rajasthan but without the cool camels. You're just sitting there, slowly turning into a human raisin, wondering if it's too late to ask for a refund. It is. It's always too late. So you've booked your dream holiday to Goa, or maybe you're flying all the way to New York. Fantastic. But first, you have to survive the journey. I'm talking about long-haul flights, those 12, 15, or even 18-hour marathons in the sky. It's a test of human endurance. It's like a big boss season, but crammed into a single day and with less drama. Okay, maybe not less drama. Especially when the person in front of you reclines their seat into your lap right after the food trolley arrives. Suddenly, your chicken curry is a new fashion accessory. We've all been there, right? The crying babies, the snoring uncles, the battle for the armrest. It's a jungle up there. But fear not, my fellow travelers. I'm here to help. Think of me as your friendly neighborhood flight guru, your pilot of practical pointers. We're going to turn that long, dreaded flight into, well, a slightly less long, slightly less dreaded flight. Progress. We're not aiming for a first-class experience on an economy budget, let's be realistic. But we can definitely make it more bearable. We can make it so you don't look like you've just wrestled a bear when you step off the plane. The goal is to arrive feeling fresh, happy, and ready to hit the ground running. Or at least walking, in a straight line. The truth is, a long flight can be a real pain in the neck, literally, and the back, and the legs. You're folded up like a human samosa, trying to find a comfortable position that just doesn't exist. You've got a limited supply of bad movies, a meal that looks like a science experiment, and a neighbor who thinks your shoulder is a public pillow. But with a few simple tricks, a little bit of planning, and a whole lot of positive thinking, you can conquer the skies. So grab your boarding pass, fasten your seatbelt, and let's get this show on the road, or up in the air. You get it. First things first, your seat. This is the most important decision you'll make, besides deciding not to pack that extra pair of shoes you won't wear. Think of it as the Hunger Games of air travel. May the odds be ever in your favor. You've got two main choices, aisle or window. The middle seat? That's not a choice. That's a punishment for booking your flight too late. If you get a middle seat, my only advice is to pray. Aisle seat people, you are the free spirits. You like to get up, stretch your legs, and visit the loo 17 times without having to perform a complex acrobatic routine over two sleeping strangers. You've got freedom, power, unrestricted bladder access. Then you have the window seat champions. These are the dreamers, the sleepers, the gazers. You get to lean your head against the wall and drool in peace, creating a little modern art piece on the window. Plus, you get those amazing views of the clouds, which look cool for about 5 minutes before you realize it's just more clouds. But hey, it's your little slice of personal space. The downside? You're trapped. If you need to use the washroom, you have to wake up your neighbors, who have just entered their deepest level of sleep. It's an awkward, apologetic shuffle that nobody enjoys. Choose your side wisely. Are you a free-roaming aisle warrior or a cozy, corner-dwelling window napper? Now let's talk about the real estate, the emergency exit row. The holy grail of economy class. So much legroom. You could do yoga there, you could host a small dinner party. But with great legroom comes great responsibility. You have to be willing and able to open a heavy door in a crisis. It's a deal with the airline devil. Are you prepared to be a hero? Or do you just want to stretch your legs and watch another movie? Be honest with yourself. Also, avoid the seats right near the galley or the toilets, unless you enjoy the smell of airplane coffee mixed with blue chemical water and a constant stream of people bumping into you. It's not the vibe you're going for, trust me. So when you book, don't just accept the seat the airline gives you. Go online, check the seat map. Websites like Seat Guru are your best friend. They have color-coded maps that tell you which seats are good, which are bad, and which are just plain evil. Like the one that doesn't recline right in front of the toilet. A little bit of research can be the difference between a comfortable journey and 14 hours of pure misery. Don't leave it to chance. Be proactive, be strategic, win the seat selection games. And if you end up in the middle seat anyway, well, at least you have 2 armrests to fight for. Good luck. Okay, you've got your seat. Now what do you bring with you? Your carry-on bag is not just a bag, it's your survival kit, your desert island treasure chest. And rule number 1 is hydration. Remember that Sahara Desert air? You need to fight it. Bring a big, empty, reusable water bottle. You can fill it up after you get through security. Don't rely on those tiny little cups the flight attendants give you. You'd need about 37 of them to feel human. Just keep sipping water throughout the flight. And I mean water. Not coffee, not Coke, and definitely not that free wine. Alcohol is fun on the ground, but in the air, it dehydrates you faster than a conversation about politics at a family dinner. Next up, entertainment. The in-flight entertainment system is a gamble. Sometimes you get the latest blockbusters. Other times you get 3 episodes of a show from 2007 and a movie you've never heard of. Don't leave your sanity in their hands. Download everything you need before you leave home. Movies, TV shows, podcasts, music, audiobooks. Get it all on your phone or tablet. Having your own stash means you're the master of your own destiny. You won't be stuck if the Wi-Fi doesn't work or if the screen is broken. You'll be in your own little bubble of happiness. Now, for comfort. The temperature in a plane cabin is completely unpredictable. It can go from a tropical heat wave to a Himalayan winter in 30 minutes. The solution? Layers. Dress like an onion. A t-shirt, a hoodie, maybe a light jacket. That way, you can add or remove clothes as needed. And pack a big scarf or a travel blanket. That flimsy thing they give you on the plane? It's more of a suggestion of a blanket. A nice big scarf can be a blanket, a pillow, a fashion statement, or even a mask to hide from your chatty neighbor. It's the Swiss Army knife of accessories. Finally, the small things that make a big difference. Pack a little refresh kit. I'm talking lip balm. Your lips will thank you. A small toothbrush and toothpaste, and maybe some moisturizer. Brushing your teeth halfway through a long flight is one of the most rejuvenating things you can do. It's like hitting a reset button for your entire body. And snacks. Don't forget the snacks. A bag of nuts, a protein bar, some biscuits. Something to munch on when the meal service is hours away and you're starting to get hangry. A well-packed carry-on is your best defense against the challenges of long-haul travel. Don't leave home without it. So you're hydrated, you're comfortable, you've got your movies ready, but even with the best preparation, 14 hours is, well, 14 hours. The secret to making it feel shorter is to break it up. Don't just think of it as one long, endless flight. Think of it as a series of mini-events. It's a mental trick, but it works. Plan your flight in blocks. Okay, for the first 2 hours, I'll watch a movie. Then it's time for the meal. After the meal, I'll listen to a podcast for an hour. Then I'll try to sleep for 4 hours. Then I'll get up and stretch. It turns a marathon into a series of manageable sprints. And speaking of getting up, you have to move. Sitting in one position for hours on end is terrible for you. It makes you stiff, sore, and can even be dangerous for your circulation. You don't have to run laps up and down the aisle. Security might have a problem with that. But every hour or two, get up. Walk to the back of the plane. Do some stretches in the galley area. Even if you're stuck in your seat, you can do little exercises. Roll your ankles, pump your feet up and down, shrug your shoulders. Anything to keep the blood flowing. Set a timer on your watch or phone to remind you. It's like a little health alarm. Beep! Time to not get a blood clot. Now let's talk about the other beau being bored. Even with your downloaded shows, your brain can turn to mush, so mix things up. Switch between active and passive entertainment. Watch a movie, that's passive. Then play a game on your phone, that's active. Listen to music, passive. Then read a book or a magazine, active. This keeps your brain engaged and helps pass the time much faster. It stops you from falling into that zombie-like state where you're just staring at the flight map, watching the tiny plane move at a snail's pace across the screen. We've all been there. It's a dark place. And let's be real. After 10 hours in a sealed tube, things can get a little musty. For your own sanity and for the sake of your neighbors, a little personal hygiene goes a long way. That refresh kit we talked about, use it. A quick face wash or even just using a facial wipe can make you feel like a new person. Deodorant is not just a suggestion, it's a public service on a long flight. A clean feeling can dramatically improve your mood and make the final few hours of the journey much more pleasant for everyone involved. You'll feel better, and the person sitting next to you won't have to pretend they can't smell anything. It's a win-win. All right, we're on the home stretch. You've survived the meal, you've moved around, you've successfully ignored the crying baby by blasting music through your headphones. The most important tip for surviving a long flight is your mindset. You can have all the gadgets and tricks in the world, but if you go into it thinking, this is going to be awful, then guess what? It's going to be awful. You have to reframe the experience. This isn't a prison sentence in the sky. It's part of the adventure. It's bonus time. When else do you have a socially acceptable excuse to do absolutely nothing productive for 15 hours? Think about it. No emails to answer, no chores to do. No one expects anything from you except to sit there and not open the emergency exit. It's a forced relaxation period. Use it. Catch up on those movies you missed. Read that book that's been on your nightstand for 6 months. Listen to that entire album from start to finish. Or just close your eyes, relax, and think about all the amazing things you're going to do when you land. The flight isn't just the thing you have to endure to get to the fun part. The fun part has already started. You're on your way. As the plane starts to descend, that's your cue to prepare for landing. This is where your refresh kit comes in handy again. Brush your teeth, splash some water on your face, put on fresh deodorant. It's amazing how these small acts can wake you up and make you feel ready to face the world. You'll walk off that plane feeling less like a zombie and more like a traveler arriving at their destination. It sets a positive tone for the beginning of your trip. Instead of stumbling towards baggage claim in a daze, you'll be striding with purpose, or at least a semi-purposeful shamble. So there you have it. My top tips for conquering the long-haul flight. It's all about being prepared, staying comfortable, and keeping a positive attitude. Flying doesn't have to be a nightmare. It's the magical, slightly cramped chariot that takes you to new places and new experiences. Embrace the weirdness of it all. Laugh at the tiny food. Make friends with your seatmate or expertly avoid them. The adventure begins the moment you step on that plane. Now I want to hear from you. What are your secret tips for surviving a long flight? Drop them in the comments below. Safe travels, everybody. Enjoy the ride.